Okay, now I made a video earlier, but as I thought about it, I realized I can do better than that. Now, I checked the mail again, and the chick said, well, like maybe they only let you use general delivery and get your mail for a year, and after that it returns to sender. Now, I know that that isn't what's going on here for two reasons. For one, none of the mail I had sent to me from Georgia was returned to sender. It just disappeared. Again, it's either a problem with the post office or something, or they're picking on me specifically. Now, I don't really give much credence to their picking on me specifically, but if so, I'm reminded of that scene in... I didn't get to see the whole movie because it's like I saw it in jail and they switched to sports right after the beginning. But that scene in that movie, Changing Lanes, with Ben Affleck and Samuel L. Jackson, he's like, okay, you have the file. And it's like, okay, we're going to sign this thing, order to go ahead and fuck him up 10 ways to Sunday, steal all his shit and ruin his life. And he's like, or you could try being nice to him, and being a good person. And then Ben Affleck was like, no, fuck him up. And that's kind of my stand to reason, is like, why is it always stealing from me and bullying me that's supposed to move my ass along? My mother, I don't live with her anymore, okay? And the problems she created throughout my childhood have got to be over at some point. Now, let me elaborate a little bit more on how white lives matter. And I'm going to talk to myself. You overcame your anxiety or whatever and traveled all the way to the city of Orange or wherever the hell that was and asked them about the open mic. And that matters. You work out, a few times a week, and that matters. Your priorities in life are your gym membership and, setting everything back right like you had it before your wallet was stolen. And that matters. Even though you have no idea where to go next. You always say, damn, lady, every time a hot chick walks by, or even a non-traditionally hot chick. Even though you have no idea where to go from there. And that matters. You're trying to be a good person, and that matters. Now, it's not entirely a simple matter of a lack of ambition. But in that particular area of my life, I think getting my ID through general delivery, that's a normalized state. That's not a stopgap on my way to moving up. That's just how it's supposed to be. Maybe not permanently, but stability in that is where moving up comes from. And that's how I feel. And it's like I try to personify the situation and say, why all the bullying? Why the stealing? I'm not dealing with this because my card expired. I'm dealing with this because my card was stolen. Now, I will revisit, the possibility of moving to Pasadena when I revisit Pasadena to get my diving card. But I'm really not too interested in that until I get this put back how it was. I'm not really interested in renewing my driver's license. I'm not really interested in much of anything. But I do know this. I'm trying to be a good person. I draw because I love to draw. I write because I love to write when I do any writing, and that matters, you know. Now, I'm also thinking, I'm trying to keep things in mind and say, you know what, I'm going to go to the damn Hollywood Square and perform as a costumed character. I'm not sure if that matters. Maybe I won't do it at all. But again, why all the bullying? You know? Why do you always think... I mean, don't get me wrong. I sort of remember writing about this and kind of putting it in the script, saying, okay, and then if it does get stolen, just go to the DMV and get another one. But the reason I can't do that, or don't feel like I should have to, is because that'd be pretending to be something I'm not. It would be pretending the center is someplace that it isn't. Now, again, I'm trying to keep important things first. And that's what matters to me. Maybe they won't let me do the open mic. But just like with these IDs, I've done what I should. Okay, this isn't happening to me because I'm a bad person. This is, like I said, this is just me being bullied. People stealing from me, people hurting me. And, I try to keep my mind on what's important. And that matters. I try to keep my mind on who's important. And, like I said, I don't have no ambition, but when it comes to, I don't know, like I said, my ambitions are all personal and not corporate. I suppose if I could save enough money, I'd really feel like a better person than you, and that kind of matters too, but, I don't know. I think that, I really got the darn, walk band software, and it seems almost like the PMA 5 emulator I was looking for. I should really practice a few more hours a day. I should probably spend a few more hours a day writing. And those are good things, but again, like I said. Oh, and another thing, cut that from the script. I said, hey, why don't you depose one of these Black Lives Matter people and watch them squirm? Jesse Jackson was the one I used. But cut that loop. I'm not going to act that out in my own life just so I can see it. And that matters too. Again, I don't know what it is about a world that works. That these forces, both internal and external, hate so damn much. But again, like I said, why all the bullying? Why all the stealing? It never has worked.